Hi, hello, good morning, afternoon, or evening, and welcome back to Cosmic Lovers Tarot. Today's reading is for a Taurus. You could be a Taurus sun, moon, or rising, or you could simply have Taurus placements in your chart and be drawn to the reading. As with any YouTube tarot reading, just take what resonates for you and leave anything else behind. Don't let anything that doesn't resonate take from you. Okay, so today's reading, we're going to be looking at you and your person and kind of like a timeline of your connection. We're going to look at the beginning of the connection, the two of you, where you are right now, and then we're also going to pull some cards for like the transition. So it'll make more sense as we get into it. But I'm going to use the Neon Tarot to represent you. And we're going to use the Waite Smith to represent your person. So we'll be able, actually, no, just kidding. We're going to use Waite Smith to represent both of you. And then we're going to use Neon Tarot to represent the transitions. So it'll make a little bit more sense. And this will just kind of tell a story of what's going on with the two of you. And also see what the ultimate future of the connection is. So I don't really have a set audience for this reading. I guess this could be for someone who's in separation from your person, or it could be you might be currently in union with your person, or you may have, I don't know, you may have never even met them. So I don't know. We will get more information as the reading progresses. All right. I'm going to get a card to represent Taurus. A card to represent Taurus. Oh, Justice is you. Okay, so this could be very on the nose, suggesting that you are dealing with some legal issues or that you're involved in the law profession. This could also indicate that you, but you know, I was going to say you could be a Libra because of the scales here. But I'm really seeing this more as when you met this person, you didn't rush into things with them. So this Justice card is kind of indicating a couple different things. One, this person may have come into your life to fulfill some sort of karmic contract. So there's higher forces. A lot of times when justice comes up for me, it's indicating that there are higher forces at play that we don't quite understand. The justice card always makes me think of like jurors deliberating behind closed doors. There's kind of an air of mystery to justice where it's like, yes, things work out in the end, but often the concept of fairness is a little hazy. Things don't always seem to work out. You know, justice is blind, kind of, that idea, but also justice can just sometimes be very confusing, where it doesn't seem to make a lot of sense as to why things happen. So you may be feeling that type of way about your connection with this person, or at the time that you met them, because this is you at the beginning. So again, we'll get more information as we pull more cards, but at the beginning of this, I see you as like kind of him-hawing on this person. So also, interestingly, I get the sense that you, Taurus, are a person that usually jumps into relationships. You tend to kind of dive into things very quickly. When you meet someone, you just kind of fall head over heels in love with them, and you know, you're like the type that's kind of already planning your wedding immediately. And this relationship with this person that we're about to pull cards for, this person struck you as odd because when you got to know them, you were really being very meticulous about maybe there was something, maybe it was confusing, maybe the connection was like you felt a connection, but they weren't your normal type. Or you felt a connection, but you couldn't really figure out if this was like a friendship thing, or maybe the sexual chemistry wasn't really there, but like the friendship chemistry was, but then there was something lurking like underneath the surface that just made the connection a little bit more confusing for you. So let's see how your person was. How was Taurus's person at the beginning of this relationship? At the beginning of the relationship, how was Taurus's person? Oh, wow, the Empress. Okay, so definitely big soul lesson kind of meet up here with, we've got 2 major arcana showing up for the 2 of you. Okay, so I'm thinking that your person actually really blew you away by how kind and domestic they were. I think that, okay, so it's kind of like Taurus, you usually go for kind of the snarky, kind of like borderline narcissistic kind of person that's more cocky and just a little bit more egotistical, a little bit more thinks for themselves, kind of doesn't necessarily dote on you, okay? But when this Empress person showed up in your life, they were like showering you with affection. They were bringing you, like they were taking you on nice dates. I'm seeing them like cooking a 4-course meal for you, or like, but not even just that, not even like material stuff. They would take time out of their life to learn about things that you liked. So say for instance, you're really into anime and they've never seen anime. They would watch the shows that you enjoyed just so they'd have something to talk with you about. Or they would cook your favorite food. Like say you are a vegetarian and they love meat. They would only cook vegetarian for you because they knew that, you know, or you just preferred vegetarian. And so they just cooked vegetarian for you. Like this person really made you feel just very loved and also made you feel very beautiful. Now this person, it's interesting because this person is, God, these readings, I just gotta say, these readings are always so tricky. I mean, I love them, don't get me wrong, but reading 2 people's energies is very interesting. I can see why YouTube tarot readers really gravitate towards these readings because they're complicated and fun. But anyways, so the Empress person is very, like, strikingly beautiful. The Justice person, this would be you. You are exhibiting, like, signs of maybe some self-worth issues. Like, I think you're really beautiful. The Empress person thinks you're really beautiful, but you didn't necessarily think that you were very attractive. And the Empress person really made you feel like, I don't know, like a queen. Like, just this Empress person your person is like just such a fountain of love and support and adoration for you that it really started to kind of rub off on you, and you ended up experiencing a kind of secondary glow like from them. So they did wonders for your self-esteem in the beginning of the relationship. Also, they really prioritized your comfort. They wanted to make sure that you were cozy and safe, and they tried to make you feel secure. And both of you were very focused on your own goals, which was something that you both really enjoyed about the relationship. You didn't get in each other's way, and you really, you were both like goal-driven, goal-oriented people. So now we're going to see what shifted. So what shifted in the relationship? What's the transition? Oops. What's the transition? What's the transition? What is the transition? Or what was the transition? Sorry, I was just getting some kind of information while I'm shuffling. We'll see what the card says. Just a second. What was the transition? Okay, I'm gonna... one more shuffle, sorry. Four of Swords. Okay, so I'm hearing that song, Don't Sleep on Me. But while I was shuffling this, I got the sense that one person wanted to kind of go back to just friends. And Justice, I think it was you, or Taurus, I think it was you. But again, it's kind of confusing to read both energies here, so if I got that wrong, but I think it was an amicable split with the Four of Swords kind of being like, now I think that one person was a little bit disgruntled about it. Also, sexual chemistry. Something happened with your sexual chemistry. Either it kind of tapered off for one person. Yeah, this is what I'm seeing for this, for Four of Swords. Okay, so one person, I think it was you, but it could have been somebody else, actually started kind of fantasizing about somebody else, which is, no shame or whatever. But what it did is, I think you two were pretty young when you got together. And what it did is it kind of opened up this rabbit hole in the person's mind where, and this could be you and it could be your person, but one person started having these kind of sexual fantasies for somebody else. And I think going back to this, what's interesting about this is Taurus, this person that you were involved with was very kind. Like I said, it's like you didn't normally go for the nice guy type, but like this person, your person is a genuinely nice person. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with you for not being able to go for that. It's just that it's like sexually the attraction just wasn't there, and you felt very cozy and you felt very at home with this person, but you just couldn't get it up, so to speak. And this, I'm not gendering you, it's just, you couldn't rise to the occasion and feel that sexual attraction that you really needed to keep the romantic part of the relationship going. I do think that one person was bummed out by this, but I mean, again, it was an amicable split with the Four of Swords. There's not a lot of conflict with the Four of Swords. I think that both of you actually exhibit a lot of maturity in this split, in this relationship, because you both understood that feelings shift and feelings change, and that sexual attraction is largely something that we just don't have a lot of control over. And when that attraction dries up, the best thing to do is to address it head on, explain it to the other person, I'm not sexually attracted to you, and then just move on and see what happened. I can't really tell from looking at this whether or not, or some of you actually, I guess, some of you may have opened up your relationship and started sleeping with other people to kind of compensate for that. Some of you may have tried polyamory to try to make up for this, but in either case, it was like a lack of sexual attraction. Now, some of you actually voiced this to your partner, and some of you didn't. Some of you, made something else up. But either way, you were as honest as you could while not, really hurting the other person's feelings. All right, so what's Taurus now? Oh, wow. The World. Taurus, you're killing it. Okay, so you are literally on top of the world right now, even if you don't feel like it. Taurus, you are showing up as totally wrapping up a big cycle. And for you right now, what you're learning is largely how to do things on your own. You made absolutely the right choice. If you were the one that left this relationship with your person, you made the right decision. If you didn't make that choice, the right decision was made for you, because you are now learning how to stand on your own 2 feet. The world, you have completed an entire cycle in terms of some type of, I think this has to do with a karmic contract or some type of, you may actually have been in a relationship with a karmic and you've wrapped that up. Basically, you've come around full circle back to this original person that you were even before you met this person. And what's really beautiful about this and the energy that you're coming into, Taurus, is, I gotta pop up because I get excited sometimes, so these messages. So what's exciting about this is all of the issues that prohibited you from being able to, and I should say, I don't know if you're going to end up with this person or not. I can't tell that. What I can say is that whatever issues, I get the feeling that this relationship has kind of haunted you, and I completely understand where you're coming from. When you have been Okay, so there's a lot to say here. When you have been in a relationship where you didn't understand why you acted the way that you acted, again, with this confusion of the justice card kind of predominating your experience, you can almost feel like wheels are being turned for you and doors are being opened and you're shoved through them, or especially if you're involved in a twin flame, soulmate, or karmic relationship. And on top of that, you have trauma. Like, if you have that kind of combination, you can feel like you're being yanked around from place to place and shoved around and just and like put in situations that you don't even understand why you're in that situation to begin with. And then it's almost like you come to the end of it and you go, whoa, like you see how with this world card here, you're looking back. Like, you're looking back at the decisions that you made, and you're like, did I make the right decision? Was I in the right state of mind to make that decision? And you're almost like reflecting on this time period with your person and wondering what happened and how could I have been so blind? Again, I'm hearing this like justice is blind thing, and this hindsight is 2020. Like, you're starting to feel like, did I completely fuck up? Did I lose my opportunity with this person? But what's beautiful about the situation that you're in right now is you have healed the situation that caused that. So even if you don't end up with this person, your energy is like, I mean, it's just beautiful. We've got justice is 11, world is 21. It's like a perfect, you're cycling perfectly. You're right where you need to be. You are in alignment. Even if you don't feel like it, you're in a really beautiful place. And like I said, the fact that you can even look back and see that you were acting in ways that don't make sense to you indicates that it makes sense now. Does that make sense? I mean, if you're able to look back at your behavior, if you're able to pause and look back at your behavior and say, why did I act like that? Then it shows that you have a clear picture now. And that's better than never having a clear picture at all. Okay, so I'm going to give these a quick little shuffle, and we're going to see how your person's doing now. And hey, Taurus, don't beat yourself up, you're still young and you do weird shit sometimes and things happen, and I understand how that feels, and it's gonna be okay regardless. I mean, we're gonna pull more cards and see what's going on with this person, but like overall you're in a great place, and even if you made some mistakes back then, you can't help who you're attracted to win. If you can't go back and try to change things that happened years ago. And while I think it is helpful to look and say, what is going on here or what happened here, it's helpful to analyze why you did certain things to ensure that they don't happen again. But it is not helpful to ruminate on past behaviors and regret decisions that you've made, because, well, it's just, it's impossible to go back and change it. So, wow. I just realized my veins are like really popping right now. Sorry. I was just like, oh, wow. I don't know what that's about. Anyways, so your person is showing up as the Queen of Wands. Wow. So your person is also in a boss bitch, taking charge of life kind of mode. And what's really cool about this is that you and your partner splitting up kind of awoke the fire in your person. I think that your person was hurt by the end of the relationship, and especially for those of you who disclosed to your person that you weren't sexually attracted to them, it really like ignited something. One thing I can say about your person that is really, really fucking awesome is your person is the type where if they get batted by life, like they get batted down, they fucking pop up and fight back. They are not the type to like like, what I mean by that is, there's certain types of people that if you tell them you're never going to make anything of yourself, you're a failure, you're stupid, they start to internalize it and they believe it and they go, oh my God, I'm never going to make anything of myself. Your person is not like that. Your person is feisty and also so kind-hearted. But when the world, like, losing you really fucked your person up. I'm not going to sugarcoat this. Your person had, look how much love the Empress is, just exuding love onto you. But in a way, your person also really put you on a pedestal, and you actually awoke in your person. This is kind of cool too. So you awoke in your okay, because let me go back a little bit. Sorry, this is a great reading. So these relationships, especially soulmate, twin flame, karmics, they exist to awaken parts of ourselves that are almost like each one of us has a lock and a key, and we have like these secret, almost like Easter eggs in a video game, right? Or special abilities in a video game. And when you meet these people that are like part of your soul tribe, it's like they unlock something in you, and then you're like, whoa, especially twin flames. So what you served big purposes in each other's lives. You unlocked like this maternal, loving, like doting vibe with your person. Your person never really thought about domestic things or didn't really see themselves settling down. I see them as kind of like a little bit of like a playboy, like they're sleeping around, pretty kind of slutty. But when they met you, they were like, oh my God, I think they were blown away by your intelligence. You showed them like this, I don't know, this like different way of looking at the world. And they really appreciated how logical and rational you were. But they also kind of put you up on a pedestal. And so you awakened this beautiful, compassionate heart in them. But what they awoke in you was this like reliance on yourself, independent spirit, and also intelligence in a way, logic, ration. Something about the way that they look at the world really inspired you to look at the world in a different way too. So you both served a beautiful purpose in each other's lives. Now, your person their confidence really took a hit when you ditched them, right? When you left them, which you had to do. So don't feel bad. These things happen. No use worrying about it. But what they did with it, really cool. They actually took the flame and it's almost like they stewed on it for a while. And then they used that anger to propel themselves forward, and now they are very confident. Actually, think your person's been hitting the gym. I actually think your person might be in a bit of a slutty phase still now. I see them as really owning their sexuality, especially with this Queen of Wands energy, and maybe they needed that. Maybe they needed their sexuality awakened. And most importantly, they needed to find independence in the sexual realm. So what I mean by that is they needed to know that they were attractive on their own terms. They needed to know that they could satisfy themselves sexually. They needed to know that they could sexually please others as well. They needed to own their sexuality, basically. And they're in that phase now. Your person actually might have overcompensated a little bit. They're showing up as very swaggery, which is actually kind of awesome because remember, that was the person, or, when I was saying earlier, you are typically drawn to more, kind of, I don't know, the confident asshole type guy, or girl, I don't mean to gender anyone, but now they are really exhibiting that, but it's coming from within. So, Empress plus Queen of Wands is a hot combo. That's really amazing that is what your person has become, because it's they have all the kindness and beauty and sweet just heart-centered feminine energy of the Empress, but with this massive amount of passionate fire, take charge. They may have discovered a fetish. Like they've become like a dom or something like that. I don't know. I can't see like exactly what it is, but they may have discovered something that's just really helped them own their sexuality. All right. Now, what was the transition here? Or what is the final transition? What's transition advice? Transition advice for the connection? Transition advice for the connection? Transition or advice for this connection? Oh, okay. Seven of Swords. So, this card tried to pop out earlier. I mean, right out the gate, this looks like communication. This looks like, to me... Oh, yeah, we've got Magician in reverse. So, Don't Sleep on Me is playing in my head again. So, there's things that you want to say to this person. I'm just going to be real here. We've got this Four of Swords that is kind of our intermediary gap, and we've got Magician in reverse. So somebody with this Magician in reverse needs to step into their power and actually take action to make this relationship work. Now, some of you are thinking this has been too long. There's no way. I'm not going to come back into this person's life. It would be unfair. I don't know what I can promise them. I don't know what I can offer them. I can't do this. Some of you are feeling one type of way and acting another. So the Seven of Wands typically looks, or Seven of Swords. I said Seven of Wands, so that's something to maybe note. Sorry, I always forget what the Seven of Wands looks like. Eight of Wands is alignment. Six of Wands is victory. Seven of Wands is the one that I always forget. Oh, standing your ground. Right. Well, okay, so let's break this down. If there are things that you feel like you need to say to this person, I get the sense that some of you are, I get the sense, and I'm not laughing at you, trust me. I just think it's interesting that sometimes these messages come through so specifically that it kind of throws me for a loop. That was what that was. Some of you are posting letters to your person on unsent letters on Reddit, or posting about them in the relationship, like in relationship subreddits, or some of you are getting advice from other people on how to proceed. Some of you are going to a psychic or a tarot reader. I mean, you're here, so, but you know, you're asking around for what to do about this person, and you're nervous about how they're going to react. In fact, a lot of you are intimidated by this person. Like, I get the sense that one of you watches the other on social media pretty strongly. So if you're not watching your person, they're watching you. And they're keeping tabs on you. You're keeping tabs on each other maybe, but neither one of you is initiating conversation or initiating any type of talk. And what's happening is, it's so interesting. You're both intimidated by the other one. There's shyness going on here, even though you've dated, even though you've been together, even though you had all this love. The way that the relationship ended was awkward for you, either one of you. And so now your person sees you as this incredible figure. I mean, your person already saw you as amazing, and now you've blossomed into an even more amazing version of yourself. And you've started to balance out a lot of your faults. You've started to take ownership of the things in your life that were kind of dragging you down, and you're actively working to better yourself. And that is radiating out, almost like your aura is expanding, and your person can feel it. I do think you're linked somehow. You might be energetically linked. Anyways, so communication. That's the next step. And one of you is going to have to be the one to take those things that you want to say, those things that you're not saying to each other, the things that you're saying online, and say it to each other. Or actually, I don't know. I mean, your person might be the one that's posting on social media. You might see a post from your person about you, even. Like, there's something about social media and using that instead of communicating with each other. Now, that being said, writing a letter to your person might be really healing and therapeutic for you right now. But consider sending it, because the worst that can happen is they tell you to fuck off. And I don't see that happening, because the amount of, like, now, I will say they are very much in their own world down here. Even though they, yeah, it's tricky, guys, because honestly, I think you might need more time. We're going to see what the future of the relationship is, but your person is very much self-absorbed right now. You are not. You are showing up as ready for action, but you see how you're showing up as the world and you have completed something? I think your person's a little bit behind you in terms of spiritual evolution, and if this is a twin flame connection, you two won't be able to reach union until you're both at world. You both have to come into, that's the trickiest part about the twin flame dynamic, is you have to come into alignment on your own separately before you can come into alignment together. You can't achieve union until you achieve personal union. So I would recommend just, staying, like, working on yourself, keep working on yourself, which is the only thing you really can do in this situation. And I do think that communication would help. But like I said, it might encourage your person to maybe do the work. I hate to say that because it's so obnoxious, like, oh, you need to do the work. But yeah, your person's on their own path. Like I said, they're showing up as very, very swagadocious, but very much self-involved, which is good. But again, about this communication thing, I know I said, like, go ahead and message them, but now I'm like, actually, I don't know if you can handle rejection. Like I said, it's weird because I'm thinking this has to be a twin flame connection, because it's the only way that this bizarre thing makes sense, because your person is very adoring of you. But if you message them, I don't think they'd respond. I don't think that they're going to be mean, but I don't think they would respond to you. Okay, how's Taurus at the end of this relationship? How's Taurus at the end of the relationship? Taurus at the end. Taurus at the end. Taurus at the end. Ooh, okay. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Well, my first thought was, I'm seeing you as kind of undergoing a bit of instability in terms of your home environment. If you are currently in a relationship, not with this person. I see that relationship ending. But also, I think the lesson that you're currently learning right now is how to make something out of nothing. So you're on this journey, you're wrapping up a cycle, but Queen of Pentacles says a lot about self-care and like sticking with a routine that works for you and standing your ground. So, or standing your ground. What I mean by that is prioritizing yourself. But with your Queen of Pentacles in reverse, it makes me think that you're learning how to prioritize your indulgences as well as your self-care. I think you need to take a little bit of this, like, basically you're being encouraged to be a little bit more selfish. But also get comfortable with having less. So there's ways that you can, there's ways that you can really indulge with your self-care here, that doesn't involve, can I get clarification on this Queen of Pentacles, please? That doesn't involve spending a lot of money is the thing. So there's some lesson that you're learning about material comfort, and I need a little bit more information to figure out what it is. Can I get a clarification on this Queen of Pentacles? Because, yeah, there's something coming up about instability for you. And that's why I said it could either be a partner that you're kind of splitting off from. It could be a change of residence. Either way, it looks like you've got another kind of growth spurt coming up. Okay, can I get clarification on this Queen of Pentacles, please? Huh. Yeah, 5 of Wands. So, yeah, I mean, it looks like you're going to be a little bit, Okay, I think I got it. Taurus, you're being called to make absolutely sure that this is what you want. Because here's the thing. I think, okay, so I'm not throwing shade at you. I just want to let you know because I understand where you're coming from here. But I think that what's going on is you're sending out mixed signals to the universe. Basically, you're at odds with yourself here about your desires because wands rule over fire, motivation, drive, passion. You are attracted to this person, the idea of this person, but I think I might have to call you out a little bit. I think that you are in another relationship. So, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing. You can absolutely be in a relationship with someone and be attracted to somebody else. That's completely reasonable and acceptable behavior. However, that being said, if you're trying to manifest union with this Queen of Wands person down here, you kind of are confusing if you're also trying to make it work with a long-term like King of Pentacles up here. So what we need to do is get clear on what it is that you want, because as long as your desires are shooting each other in the foot, basically, like, I want to be with him, I want to be with him, I want to be with him, you know what I mean? We have to get really clear. And one way that you might be able to do that is, and I know it's hard when your desires are kind of ping-ponging around like that, you don't quite know how to like solidify them, right? So, but making a clear choice one way or the other might actually speed up this process. I can't say for sure though. And you know what? And it shouldn't even be about that. It's not even about that. It's not about speeding up any process. What it's about is getting your wands in alignment. Are you in alignment with your true desires? Do you want to be with this person or do you want to be with the other person? You know? And even if that person doesn't want you, like, or, you know, or isn't in a position to be in a relationship, are you okay being with somebody else. But then the big question is this person a temporary stopgap until your person comes back? And if that person is a temporary stopgap, have you told them? There's a lot of like inner conflict going on for you. And I understand, because your desires are pulling you in different ways. You may be in a relationship with a soulmate, but your twin flame is over here and you're wondering about them and you're watching videos about them and checking their social media and you're getting signs and synchronicities and you are wondering about them and you're planning for a twin flame union, but you're engaged to a soulmate. That's basically very confusing for your desire center. So we want to get clear on what it is that you really want. And then I think you'll see a lot more stability here, because actually I think that's where your lack of stability is coming from. It's almost like you have on the surface, you have this very stable, very grounded, very earth-centered relationship with someone, but inside you're not on the same page. Again, this is like another type of relationship. You seem to attract relationships where people really tend to kind of put you on a pedestal, and that's great because you should be on a pedestal, you're a queen. But if the energy is not reciprocated, it can get a little draining to be in a relationship like that. So I would say get clear on your desires. Now, what about person? Taurus's person at the end of this. Taurus's person. Taurus's person. Oh, wow. 9 of Wands. Okay, so your person is on their way to a little bit of burnout. I'm nervous, actually, for your person. Oh, but hey, look, 10 of Cups. Okay, looking good. All right, so yeah, let's be real here. With your 10 of Cups showing up here as bottom of the deck energy, I mean, that's very fortuitous. I think what's going to happen, and I'm just going to call it like I see it here, your desires are kind of all over the place. I encourage you to get clear on them, not because we're trying to speed up union or anything like that, but just because it'll help you stabilize. So if you are with somebody and you're not happy with them and you're writing it out and you're tired of being with one person but fantasizing about your twin flame, I would recommend ending the relationship and spend some time by yourself, and that'll probably help you stabilize. Or really choose the other relationship. But what you need to do is pick one of these desires and decide it. Now, your person, meanwhile, is definitely in a slutty phase. Your person is slutting it up. I'm just going to tell you, honestly, that's what's happening. Your person is really kind of riding this single, footloose, happy, free kind of vibe. I think your person may be coming out of a longer-term relationship that didn't yield. Anyways, they're having a lot of sex and they're happy about it, I think. But they are on track to be kind of burned out by that. They're going to be done with it soon. I can see that their energy is, they're Queen of Wands right now. They're riding high. They're feeling good. But pretty soon, all those wands, it's just funny because wands are very phallic, and it's like literally this person is like, I can't even look at another dick. Like, that's basically what's going on here. And they are going to be shifting into wanting a happy family dynamic, something more secure, something stable, something monogamous. Right now, I don't think they're feeling monogamy, but it looks like they're on their way to that. So hang in there. Again, I can't say for sure if this is with you or, but it does look pretty good. It does look pretty good. I would say just, try to have some patience. Your person is going through something right now. They are, and let them have this time and let them enjoy this time, Everybody deserves a time to get super slutty if they so desire. So, just remember learning to love without attachment, and just and focus on yourself. Queen of Pentacles is all about self-care and prioritizing yourself over other things. Like I said, it's okay to be a little bit selfish right now. Learn more about your own desires so that your desires aren't competing with each other, but your desires are in alignment to bring you to somewhere really cool. All right, that's all I have for you, Taurus. I hope the reading went really well. Thank you so much for letting me read your cards. This was a super fun reading. This was a new kind of style reading for me, and I really, really liked it. So I will probably be doing this style reading again. If there's anything you want to chat with me about, please feel free to leave me a comment down below if you had something that resonated, or if you have questions about anything. I'm happy to pull another card for you and answer some questions. Or, yeah, if you liked the video, I'd love it if you gave it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more content from me, please subscribe to my channel. Other than that, I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Good luck with everything, and I will see you next time. Bye.